Libra, a card came out for you which is not from a deck that I own. It's a single card, 9 of Pentacles, but it's actually very much how I see Libra. There's something here about independence. There's something about making sure that you feather your own nest, that you perhaps do that before you feather other people's nests, that you are aware of how to make the garden grow, okay, and your place in it. I've pulled a couple of cards because it's the second time I'm doing your reading. Don't ask, having some video troubles at the moment. And you get the Ace of Swords. Love me a bit of Ace of Swords. Oh, yes. With the Magician. First of all, I thought this was you, like getting an insight, an aha moment. But the more I look at it, the more I think this is somebody else that you're dealing with. The Magician is always a very interesting card, and it's always a very interesting person when you get the Magician. This Ace of Swords it's like a movement. Something that was maybe fuzzy or unidentified. It's like, pew, it gets identified. And I don't know how it links up with you, independent, in your garden, peaceful to a certain extent. Librans are often very peaceful, but also it just feels like in June there is somebody you're dealing with where there's been a lot of mist and now there's this just complete clearing. But I don't know why I feel weird about that Magician. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Cool, blimey. It's making me all cockney. Look at this. We get the Knight of Cups, which is gorgeous, with the Ten of Cups. Wowzers. That's pretty nice. If you get the Knight of Cups and he's like coming in on his horse bringing, you know, the goblet of love, as it were, and then you get the Ten of Cups. Could this be an opportunity for you to have something you really, really want? For you to sort of hit the jackpot? You know, whether that's that job that you've wanted all your life, or the relationship you've been looking for, or the truth that you've been knowing that's been missing. I like the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups together like this. And I like the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, for me, it's what my mum calls having a knob, a bob and a job. It means that it's someone who can show up, and like it could be a very supportive boss at work. Somebody who makes sure that you're paid what you're worth. Somebody who keeps their promises. Someone who turns up. Someone who has a conscience. We'll do a little love reading under this in a minute, and we'll see whether this is involved in your love life as well. But we never kick the King of Pentacles out of bed for eating crisps, that's for sure. Because he's a decent guy showing up in a decent way with a plan that he's going to keep. So this could be literally that you get offered a job you would love, or the opportunity to train at somewhere you've always wanted to go. It can also be that somebody literally wants to make you a love offer or a proposal of some kind. It's got very nice water feeling kind of, it's got nice feels about it. There's just something about this Magician. What is bothering me? Okay. Six of Swords. Moving away from, and is there two people in there? Moving away from, maybe you're moving away from this magician. Oh no, there's just you. Look at you, you pre-Raphaelite. There you are, in the boat. I love that. That is gorgeous. Kind of reminds me, you know the card we had at the beginning? If she was in a boat. So you get passage, you get transformation. You're moving from something potentially a bit thorny and difficult into something that offers you more peace and calmer waters, or a bit more freedom. And then I get the Page of Cups as well. This is a very interesting mix of cards. Let me show you the cards. I'm just going to move my crystals. Probably should have checked whether the camera was lined up, which it kind of isn't, but that doesn't matter. Let me show you these, because I can sort of see a story here. I'm getting channeled message, what I did before I met you. And that could be romantic, it could be, you know, to do with work. I don't know at the moment. Okay. An insight, an aha moment. Somebody who, this could be an ex of yours, it could be a job you used to have. It feels like this is someone who is or was very influential, exciting, glamorous in a way. The magician always is a little bit exciting, a little bit glamorous. We have the Knight of Cups. We have this feeling of, I get this sort of, I want to take you away from all this type feeling. If you've had very punishing relationships in the past, or you've chosen the wrong people historically, and we've all been there, this very much to me looks like you're moving away from that. But it's not very easy. You may have been addicted to somebody, or it may, you know, if this is about employment, sometimes we can become addicted to jobs that we hate. And I mean addicted in a sort of, I just don't know why I keep coming to this job. Obviously, you know, you need the money, but even then you're like, I don't know what keeps me coming back. You know, it's like a dependency rather than an addiction. It's like a dependency. You may have had a dependency on a particular person, a particular place. And this, of course, is being independent, finding your own way, finding your own resources. Our King of Pentacles here is on your side. This can be, and I will do the love reading in a minute because it's looking very love orientated. It can be somebody who shows up that is just honest and reliable and decent, I know, and wants to row the boat. And you've had this very difficult history with somebody. This is somebody a bit complex. It can be a person who's complicated and you could never really work them out, but they're kind of funny and clever and whatever. Or it can be a situation that felt like a labyrinth and you didn't really know how to get out of it. The Knight of Cups is an offer to get you out of it, to move you forward towards something you feel much more for, whether that is a person, whether it's somewhere else. Ten of Cups is happiness, satisfaction, the end of the rainbow, you know, the happy ending, as far as there ever is a happy ending, or just something better than this. And the Page of Cups, this is stages. We'll have to see if the King of Cups shows up in a bit as well. Let's just put my crystals back up there. I'm going to get some love cards out. We'll come back to these cards as well in a bit. Let's have a look at some love cards. I'll be very interested to see what comes up in the love section. There will be an extended love reading, as there is every month. So if the love section really grips you, it will be the first link in the description box. So see if it resonates with you. Whoa! Look at that! Straight in with the Seven of Swords. That is your magician. Libra, tell me about this in the comments. What is going on, or what was going on? Seven of Swords with the Queen of Cups. Very, very feminine, the Queen of Cups. The Magician is real masculine energy. And then we've got the Queen of Cups energy here. Ooh. I feel like this is you, the Queen of Cups. But what's going on with that Seven of Swords? I'm taking one of these again. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. What do we need to know? Oh my God. The Tower. Okay. This is when you're forced to break a pattern. It's like there is just no choice anymore once you get that Tower card. I feel like I'm dealing with very divine feminine energy people here, and I feel like you may have been in a pattern of, I don't want to say overgiving, being over empathic with somebody. Now this may be someone, and let me just shut this a bit so the sun doesn't shut my camera down. This may be somebody who is from the past. It may be somebody that's like a composite of all of the people, and it's just something that you do. But the universe is cooking up ways to make you realise, aha moments, that this could be destructive for you. And the best way to show that is to show you someone who isn't. King of Pentacles. Sorry that he's being represented by like some dusty ass like skull. It's probably not the way that you're imagining it, but trust me, he's a good guy. Okay. That Seven of Swords though. Sometimes with the Seven of Swords, I see it in a different way, but not this time. So I've got the Hanged Man. Okay. Here we go. This is what I'm getting at the moment. Libra, you seem to be in a situation that is 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps sideways, do a do-si-do, 3 steps, you know, I mean, it feels chaotic. It feels befuddling. Now, only you can know, right, if this bit is your story. But for some of you, there may be a magician, which is like someone who has shown up looking a lot like the Knight of Cups, offering everything, the Ten of Cups. It's a bit like love bombing is what I'm picking up here. And this Page of Cups, just this sense of offering the world. And then this King of Pentacles, can you back it up? King of Pentacles, the one who shows up, the one who does what he says, who does supply stuff, that does give and look after and protect. And then we have Seven of Swords coming up in your love life, but you're coming up as this sort of divine feminine loveliness here. But the universe is like, we've got to make you see. But then it's the Hanged Man. You might be feeling a bit confused. I'm going to write that down. We have a jumper. Yeah. High Priestess. The High Priestess for me is like a graduation from the Queen of Cups. It's you when you're in your sort of higher self. Libra. You may need not to go back to the drawing board, but certainly to go within, okay? To go within and to find a sort of, it sounds really ridiculous, but like a spiritual sense of where you are with this. You know yourself. You have a lot of divine feminine energy, and it's a beautiful thing. And at the same time, there's something you really need to see here. And the universe is going to make sure that you see it. It's going to give you opportunity after opportunity to see it. Whew. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about boundaries, and we said, didn't we, this year that you were going to be the one who got the boundaries cards all the time. It's about boundaries, it's about protection. You are going to need your boundaries in this situation. Hang on, we've got so many cards like flying around. Oh, nice. Ten of Pentacles. That is very solid. How to get to somewhere real that you really want to be. It's very important that you can, and that card wants to come out, that you can distinguish between what is real and what is cooked up by this magician. This may relate to one person. It may relate to all sorts of relationships. But it's about you having a bit of an awakening in terms of what it takes for someone to actually show up for you. I'm just writing that down. Yeah. Because this is like your talisman or your power card here. You know, you managed to get a card from a deck I don't even own. This is important. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. Yeehaw. Love that. You get the beginning and the end of the Pentacle suit. Your business at the moment, in love and in any other area of your life, is to be clearing out anything that is sort of wobbly, artificial, a trick of the light, full of SH1T, full of BS, any of that. But this is not stuff that comes to you saying, hello, I'm full of BS. It's stuff that dresses up and masquerades as something else. This King of Pentacles is separate to the rest of it. And never kick the King of Pentacles out of bed for eating crisps, and we won't, okay? It's important. But this King of Pentacles is able to give you the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, maybe not any of the cups, but the cups might have been a diversion. Oh God, Libra! I'm going to go do your extended reading. I am going to look at, obviously, the Tower, because it's here. I'm going to take cards for your person. I'm taking cards on that Magician, for sure. But also on your person, their intention, what you need to know, what that Seven of Swords is digging out. We're going to have a good old dig-a-lig-a-lig, okay? I'm going to use different decks, going to dig out some shadow decks. Libra. If you want to join me there, I'm going there now to make the video, and it will be the link underneath this video. God, my mind is already blown. I haven't even started yet. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.